Hello everyone. So today I wanted to make a multiplayer FPS minigame, and I figured instead of just not helping everyone out that I would help everyone out because there aren't many FPS tutorials, multiplayer FPS to be exact, out there. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start. I have no experience in multiplayer, so we're gonna have to do trial and error a lot. So I'm very sorry if some things are broken, but hopefully each episode it gets better. So I've just gone ahead and made a new project in Unreal Engine 4.27.2, and it's a blank one. So yeah, it's a blank project. You don't have to worry about that. I have to worry about replicating the templates. That's what I meant. So let's go ahead and just delete the sphere reflection. We'll add it back later on. I'll make the floor 25 by 25. Okay. And let's make a new folder. Inside of the main folder, let's make a blueprints folder, and then a gameplay and a maps. Go ahead and save this map by clicking Control S. And inside of the maps folder, we'll just call this test. There you go. So if you're able to add a game mode. Also, I am sick, so I won't be really talking a lot because my head hurts. I have a sore throat. Yeah. So from here, we'll just call this main game mode, and then we'll set that game mode here. If you don't have this window, click Window and then World Settings, and then we'll make our character, yay, BP_player. So from here, we won't be adding any character just for now because we want to focus on the movement and stuff. So we'll just go ahead and add a camera really quick, and let's just put it up to 80, around 70, something like that. Let's go ahead and delete everything here, and let's get some input. So if we click Edit, Project Settings, Input, you can see that we have these two things right here. So actions are basically what you do. So if I press E, I could grab the water bottle, or I could pick up the weapon. Axis mappings is if I press W, I can move forward, S backwards, D right, A to the left. So yeah. Let's add one action mapping for now, and we'll call this one jump, and make sure it's spacebar. And 4 axis mappings, one called move forward. Make sure this one's W and S. And let me just show you something really quick. So basically, I know a lot of people do this, and I don't want to do this, but I just want to show you how you can know which action goes forward and backwards. So if we just leave it on move forward really quick, and we get our move forward here, make sure it's the axis mapping, and we add movement input to it. That's not movement input. And then from here we get forward vector, make rotator, break rotator, let's get that to Z, and then get actor rotation. Let's compile and save, and set the default pawn to be the BP player. So as you can see, I'm moving forward with W, But if I press S, you can see that it also goes forward. So if I draw a graph here, not the best graph, oh my god. Get that line. Thank you, there we go. You can see forward just goes up. So if I just get the brush here, so when I press W, we want to go up. So let me get a different color here. So when we press W, we want to go up. S, we want to go down. And why is this pencil so small? So W up, S down. So if you have ever done math, which is a really big subject, you know that the y equals negative and the x equals positive. So this is basically any type of math, just algebra mainly, I guess. But all you want to do basically is if it's on the y, which is the s mainly, then that's going to be negative. So negative, positive, positive, negative. So this is right and left, or sorry, actually negative, positive. So you can see that both of these three negatives, these two positives basically. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I just know that left is negative, right positive, up positive, down negative. Okay, so if we go back in here, we can set this to be -1, and then we can finally move backwards. As you can see, we'll go ahead and set up jumping really quick. So we get our action from here. We can click jump. From here we could stop jumping. I'm just gonna select all, click C, and call this jump. I'm gonna set the color to be a nice black. It's easier on the eyes. So yeah. And now we can jump. Just cool. Got basic movements going on. So now let's do right. So move right. D is positive, A is negative. So always remember that. And now on the player, I'll just make this nicer. If we get our move right, also add movement input. From here, get the right vector, plug this in. Now we can move right and left, forwards, right, backwards, left, jump. And now we could do mouse. So right here, we'll just call this look up, and that'll be mouse Y. So now remember what we said, Y is negative. So when you try to look up, actually, okay, I thought I broke something for a second. So when we look up, just draw a camera here. We look up, we want to make sure that this is negative. When we look left and right, it's positive. This is very, very bad, but I'm just trying to make sure that the new people just understand some basic math for the Unreal Engine input. This is basically the same as Unity, but we're not using Unity. So make sure this is set to -1. And then look right is mouse X. And we can go ahead and close this for now. So all I'm gonna do is just make this nicer. go ahead and comment this, call it movement. That is not how you spell movement, please. There we go. Got movement. Jumping. I should put this over here. And now for mouse, we just want to get look up. And this will add controller pitch input. So now you can see we can't look up, and that's because we're in FPS. So in your camera, if you're doing a first-person game, I select the camera and click use palm control rotation always. And now we can look up and down. And then for look right, we add yaw input. So now, right, left, down, up, move. We got that going. Let's comment this and call this mouse input. And we'll just do that. Alright, I'm back. I just had to fix my engine. It's like... So yeah. And you can see if we do 2 players, do listen server I guess, we're in the same, I guess, what do you call it? On the same level in multiplayer. So all we're gonna do is in the mesh, we'll just give them like this tutorial one, I guess, just for now. And you can see that we're both in. Yeah. And this guy can look at that guy. And really quick, just do that. You see that he's looking around, jumping, looking, moving. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and set that back down, and I'm gonna just reset that. So I really don't want to stop here right now. We've already done a lot, but let's go ahead and do some gameplay stuff. So, or actually, no, let's do player info. So let's have a new folder called player, and we'll have a blueprint structure. This just basically holds variables in a structure, I guess. I don't really know how to define it for you guys, but I'll show you how it works. If we do s underscore and then player info, we can add a couple of variables. So in here, you don't want to just have like a billion variables, and like some of them you're not even using. So you want to stay organized by just holding whatever variables you are using with a struct, I guess. So yeah. Sorry about that. But let's just make one variable to test this out called player name, and we'll make this into a text and not an actual name. So now what we could do is, I guess, let's make a new folder called UI. Inside of it, we'll have a user interface called WBP underscore player name. This is just for testing, but yeah. We'll just have a text here. What just happened to that text? Okay. And we'll make sure that this text is a variable. And then in the player, let's get event begin play. And we'll have a branch is locally controlled. So this will make sure that it only creates one if we're controlling the player. On true, we can create the widget, player name, and we'll want this to a variable called player name ref, and then we'll add to viewports. Now when we click 1, we'll just have a custom event, so add custom event, and we'll just call this set player name, and we'll just run it on multicast. Let's add a new variable called player info. From here we could just grab our player info. Let's compile, and then as you can see we can set the name. So what we want to do is get this make, I think, make set. No, not that. It's break, and then set. Let's grab the player name ref. Set text block. Or sorry. Get text block. Set text. Set text. There it is. And it'll be that. On pressed, we'll just call the set player name. But as you see, we can't really set it right now because we're not telling it to set. So let's actually grab a format text. We'll have the name. And this will be the name. Just want this to a variable called player name, just for now. I know there's a more efficient way. I'm just not gonna do it right now. I just wanna test this out. And then there'll be this. Let's also set it here. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this really quick. Just gonna grab it again. Set that. Just want to test this out really quick, see if it works. I'm gonna set this to whatever. So if I click 1, it's not setting the name because is that it? No. I'll be right back because I forgot how to actually do structs. Okay, so this we're just gonna set aside the player info for now. Yes. That, and then it'll be that. Just for now. As you can see now, it sets our name. And if we go on the server, it should replicate. Oh, I think it's actually client because we are running multicast. Yeah. So if you want it to run on the server also, all you gotta do is just get the custom event. We'll call this set srv underscore set player name, and this will be the set player name. So you just want to call the multicast one that there, and then we just need to call the server srv set player name, and then we could just give it this, I guess. So now if we run a listen server, we can see that it sets it with no errors. So yeah, this is just testing just for today, making sure that multiplayer does work just fine. Also, if we just get rid of this really quick, or let's just disconnect it and just create the widgets, and we'll set the text opacity to be 0.5. If we hit play, you can see that it creates two, and then when like I do something to it, as you can see, it's two of them. And sometimes you might get errors of that, so you always want to have this is locally controlled branches stuff to be true, or just have it there, so it makes sure that we don't have two people in here. And as you can see, I'm colliding with the player. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the first episode of this multiplayer FPS. I will be releasing the second episode as soon as possible, maybe on Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere around there. I'm hoping I could get it tomorrow. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you next time.